What a week.
Hashtag, baby.
But we won't get into that yet. To talk game stuff first, even though that's still game stuff.
Yep. GTA 6.
Yeah.
New characters introduced.
We knew it was going to look amazing. Like, I think we all expected it to be, like, just graphically impressive.
Yeah, I'm curious how much, because everything we saw on trailer 2, GTA 6 was cutscenes.
Yeah.
But the skin, the faces, the environment looks incredible.
So good.
And that's what it's supposed to be like. See, Anthony called it something. Well, it's not a cutscene. And he called it something else.
What do you call it, Anthony?
He's
In-game cinematic.
Otherwise known as a cutscene.
Well, I mean,
no,
I
but they're
called it
using
that.
It's the game.
It is the game in it completely. But of course, it'd be nice to see just like, I don't know, someone in game actually running like we would see them
walking, running, shooting.
Yeah, running and shooting. Like, it's too bad we're not even getting I'd be happy literally with 2-second glimpses here and there.
Yeah.
Well,
they don't want to spoil it.
When they did one of the first cuts from inside the vehicle, I have no doubt it's going to look just like that. Like, it was looking at that giant jumbo jet flying over.
That would look great. When he's driving down and you see all the road signs and all that.
I bet the gameplay is going to look just like that.
And could you imagine being able to do, if they did have the tools, and Appsro isn't here, he's feeling sick.
Oh, it's a good thing to point out. Mm-hmm.
So otherwise he'd be talking very passionately about this. At least when it comes down to the cinematic aspects with the editor, man, we don't know if it's going to even be there.
Probably won't.
Not at first. I think that's kind of standard.
At all, but I mean, we don't know. It had the had the editor. I thought at first.
When GTA first came out, I don't think it had online.
It wasn't
or
online.
Rockstar, right?
Like, there's always
right.
this delay on a couple of those details, those features.
But I believe when it came to PC, which is after console, obviously, I believe the editor was there. But I don't know.
I can't wait to make something in it.
Yeah, it's to their benefit. Not that they need it. I feel like they're such a lack of words, like arrogant. They know they make the top tier product.
Yeah,
in the industry these days.
Like AAA games are just pumping them out before they're ready.
Right.
And these guys are overdoing the...
it's like quadruple A they are. They're quadruple A to a degree.
They're like, we're going to make a game every century.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. There's that, and it's not arrogance, but it's like, confidence, rather.
And and 5 is still fantastic.
Yeah. It still holds up. Fuck, it's insane. But I'm saying is like it's to their benefit that people will use the editor and put out things on the tubes and stuff that show off the game more. Like, it's to their benefit. Yeah. Just like how Nintendo gave it and finally said, okay, you guys can post videos of Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, but Rockstar editor's probably not their priority.
I guarantee it's not, sure.
No, but I don't know. We'll see if it's there when PC is available. And they're saying the release of the PC is supposed to be closer than it has been previously.
It's a big part of the market, isn't it? But if they want everyone to buy it twice.
Right.
And now it's like the consoles now and the new PlayStation 5, they match more as far as their capabilities, It's like, I feel like there used to be such a big difference between the console and the PC. And granted, PCs are still, upgrading the graphic cards and all that shit. But it's like, the consoles are pretty badass.
They're
these
getting
days,
pretty strong.
Yeah.
To handle the graphical advancements. So.
Well, good. One thing I was wondering about is because Florida looks the same almost from top to bottom, whereas
compared to like California.
Yeah, because like you got the mountains,
yeah,
and you got all this stuff. I think it looks like there's some kind of national park, maybe some fake one they're adding, like a little. What's this called?
Is this a real thing? Wow, this was the thing you noticed.
Mount Calaga National Park, is that a thing?
Mount?
I mean, why would it be? Are you talking about it for like in the game?
Yeah.
No, I mean, this is a fake place. Everything's fake.
Yeah, but
it's supposed
they
to be Miami.
Still base like
it's based on Florida. It's based on Florida, but there's obviously not a place that's in this fake world.
Yeah, but LA has mountains
names
outside of it.
I'll bet
it
it's
does,
based on something.
Well,
right?
I mean, it's you're saying what fictional place is this is fictional? What's it based on?
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to keep the whole place flat, if they're going to kind of be creative with it and add some fake
I
stuff.
thought you were talking about
Is
something
Florida
with that name.
entirely flat?
I mean, there's hills, but there's no mountains.
What's the biggest hill in Florida? All right.
Highest
I got this.
Yeah,
I'm on
okay.
it.
Go ahead.
Highest elevation.
Or the biggest hill, because really it might be just a gradual thing.
What's the tallest elevation in Florida?
Probably Space Mountain.
That's a good answer. The highest elevation in Florida is Britton Hill, located in Walton County with an elevation of, wow. You guys want to guess how?
86 feet.
I'm going to guess like 560 feet.
You guys are both very close. It's 345 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's known as the state's highest point. It is located near the Alabama border.
Oh, that's way up there. Okay.
345. That's cute.
It's hard to
Yeah.
breathe.
It's adorable.
Hard to
I'd
breathe
still
at
get
that.
tired trying to hike.
Yeah.
I'd still get exhausted.
I wonder if animals are going to be in online. Because animals are in single player on GTA 5, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a thing. They
But they
kind of
weren't-
like cut everything in half. They cut the amount of people in half when you went online.
Because it'd be great to be, whatever, having a shootout with some guy online and then a bear comes running in.
Yeah. Or a gator.
That'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool. And that was one of the things that says supposed to be very much improved is the animal realism,
Yeah.
movement, reaction.
And those
Okay.
Florida bears, they're dangerous.
I mean, because they're on meth.
Oh, and gators. There's got to
Gators
be
are-
gators and snakes all over the place too.
Yeah.
That's why I brought up gators.
And
Yeah,
why I
sorry.
said that with my mouth.
I'm daydreaming over here, staring at that picture. What else
Panthers.
did you say? Who
Florida
knows?
Panthers.
Panthers,
Florida
right?
Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gators.
Before we go back to that, I did notice, obviously, I think we all did, but they had that solid date, the May 26th.
Yeah, which is very nice.
Yeah, because
Really? 26?
Yeah.
They
That's
put
just
out an actual
week
date.
or two away.
Oh, I mean, of next year.
Next year.
Did you really?
It was supposed to be. We were.
I don't keep up. I don't care as much.
Right.
I got you.
Abstray was on the edge of a seat.
That'd be a big deal. No,
Yeah.
what they were hoping, or what we were hoping for, was like Christmas time, because we were thinking it was going to be like Q4 of 2025.
Okay.
That turned to
There,
Q2.
yeah.
Gotcha.
There are going to be people taking their entire
Vacation.
yes.
Vacation time.
They're going to
Yeah, I
that
could
they've
see
accumulated at work for this release.
that. I could see that.
I'd
Cool.
love to hear that data.
I mean, you know that they're going to have some sort of VR capabilities with this game. I would think
What?
on console, because they have their. I mean, like Xbox, they have, or PlayStation, they have their own little VR headset.
Okay. Whatever.
It'd be yeah, well, they do.
That's probably not priority for them.
No, but I
people are
mean-
going to do it on their own.
Yeah, I guess the point is it's probably going to look cool as shit in there.
Could you imagine just driving
And-
around? Just driving around that
Oh my
area?
God.
Right. It's just
Yeah.
going to be a very cool thing too. If I was going to be immersed in that for a week, I would want to wear a headset and live inside there.
They're probably, because their attention to detail is insane, they're probably going to have, and I know they have in prior ones where you could, like if you wanted to be like a taxi. And
Right.
you could- picturing that in like VR
And make
just
money.
being completely content, being a taxi driver in that world.
Yeah. And talking, because the reactivity, like you said, another big thing is this like interaction and reactivity between the NPCs. And
AI
That's what I
based,
want.
Some of it,
Are they
maybe.
doing it, though?
I believe I did see that specifically.
If those NPCs are like talking to ChatGPT, it'd
I
be
mean-
incredible.
They're using AI to make them much more reactive in a way that's makes sense to what's going on.
I want to be able to talk to
And
it
like
ChatGPT.
Okay, well that would be nice, but and maybe who knows, you can, and also the missions being like modified due to things that you do.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
all
Oh.
kind of, what?
The news on it, like so. Let's just say we fuck up the bridge in
Oh,
this
that becomes
city.
part of the news.
It's totally part of the news. So they will be reporting,
Wasn't that a thing in 5?
maybe only in very limited cases. But
I know you
they
could
were
go out
talking
and get like a 5-star level, sit in your house and watch the news, and it was covering you.
that. I do remember seeing once. They were listening like it was something new. But you're right. Maybe it does it more often.
Maybe.
But every bit of destruction, yeah, probably. I would imagine it's going to be more often.
Maybe
It'd be
there's
cool if
something
they
different
scrubbed
about
the
it.
internet and actually found stuff about you and started bringing in like your mom and your cousins, where you went to school.
You actually get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh. So let's go ahead and knock it out.
Okay. So
The voice.
there were two voices in the trailer
Voice is really important to Simon.
that I paused on when I watched it, and then I went, huh, who's that? And the first time I paused, I realized, oh, one guy sounds 94% like the guy that is from Office Space.
The guy that lost his stapler. Someone
Yeah, the
took my
guy lost
stapler.
his stapler. The guy's been a million things. Barry on the HBO show, he was like in that and like a million things. What's his name?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
pretty respected actor.
So I went, oh, okay. Oh, he's in this.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
And half of these people, or more than half of these people in this trailer, the voice actors have not been confirmed for some reason, which is interesting,
Well,
except
they
for
keep
publicity.
the intrigue.
Right. So, okay, that guy is that guy. And then at the very end,
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
I went, oh, whose voice is that? Just listened to it again, and I went, oh, yeah, it's Jack Black. I said, that makes sense. That's him.
And I don't think it is.
Right. And now, if you don't think it's him,
It sounded
do you
like him.
not think
It does.
Do you not think it sounds exactly like him?
So the way I'm going to argue that.
I mean, I'm just asking.
The thing is, I don't know for sure if it's not, obviously.
Yeah, but do you think it sounds exactly like him? Is my
I think it
only
sounds like him
question.
very much.
Okay.
My guess is it isn't, because I'll bet contractually and how much time they probably spend in the studio with because it's an insane amount of voice work. Insane. What was that look?
That look
I wish
was
you guys
like-
could see that look.
The look was like of
good look.
me. It looked like I was
It's an
trying to say that's
insane-
not true.
Dude, the guy that they hired for what's his face in Red Dead worked at what? That fucking where does he work? The
Works
a
at like a
different
like a
story.
warehouse, like a
right.
business.
It's
Yeah,
equipment.
a way different story.
Well, what do you mean it's a different story?
I mean that his role and what Jack Black's role in this, Jack Black's role could easily be 1/50th the amount of work that
they
he
showcased
did,
him
if not
showcased him
more.
twice. If you're a role,
But if
of
he's
some-
only in the campaign,
He could be in a very small part of the campaign. Somebody that you only hear about, somebody that you hear literally say a line here, a line there. It could so
Okay,
easily
it's
be something
possible.
small.
I think it's
But
unlikely.
anyway,
he could
okay.
probably do it in his house
So anyway,
whenever he
I
wants, in between sandwiches.
I feel like they kind of like hiring no names to a degree. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's kind of their jam. But I could also see Jack Black really pushing for it, taking a big pay cut.
Yeah, wanting to
because
do
it keeps you not that he won't be relevant for the next decade, but it keeps you relevant for the next decade.
Yeah.
If you're in this game,
He would do it for free, and he'd do it for scale.
I
wherever
doubt
he needs to
I doubt
legally
Free's
be done.
going to be part of it.
No, but scale, meaning like
Scale, I
I think
know.
he would be excited to do just to be in the
Like Red Dead,
included in
dude.
the franchise.
Sure.
That's what I think.
So there's that possibility too.
Thank you to our sponsor, Shady Rays, and they are here to get you ready for the season ahead with quality shades that are built to last. I mean, that's old school, baby. And Shady Rays has got you covered with premium polarized shades that will not break the bank. I've seen some prices out there, and they're nuts. And Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. The frames are durable. They have crystal clear optics. I mean, what else do you need? They're the perfect choice for all outdoor adventures. And they're right there at the tip of your fingers. But luckily for you, exclusively for our community, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. So head to shadyrays.com and use code Neebscast for 35% off polarized sunglasses. And you will try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. If you don't think your eyes are important, you're mistaken. Protect them. See clearly. Look great. Shady Rays. Now, here's my... Neebs, did you want to... Okay.
Say
so
anything?
here's my
No.
little thing on this, too. And then that's it.
Yeah.
If it was somebody, a character that did sound like that,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be weird if it wasn't him. Jack Black probably isn't the kind of guy that would sue because somebody
What if it was
sounded
their
just
voice?
like
You can't
him.
That's
sue
their
someone
actual
for having the
voice.
same voice.
No, you can because just like
You can sue someone for sounding like you.
Sounding
you could sue,
similar.
You could sue a
You
company.
can't act and
well,
sound
listen,
like me.
well, there was an instance where somebody a voice was used, but it was an AI generated voice, and it sounded just like an actress.
Now that's different.
and then
AI
that's what
generated
they
is
do.
different.
Yeah. What if
So-
another actor just happens to sound
A real human.
just like somebody?
If he normally happened to sound like that, then yeah, I guess that would absolutely be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
And they
but if
probably-
he didn't, and it was like one of his 50 voices that he did,
Yeah.
I think there might be an issue with it.
Could you imagine?
What if Kermit started suing Ray Romano? Lawsuit.
now we're
True.
talking a
But
sketch.
Jim's dead. But that's a court
Kermit's
case.
not.
Kermit's
Kermit lives
not, though.
on.
But Jim was
Kermit
the
does.
original voice.
And Kermit is litigious.
Oh, dude. Most people don't know. Frog Court is no joke.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a good sketch.
He is litigious and amphibious.
So, I mean, could you imagine being? Well, I guess it's not really a casting couch, but you're hearing these voice actors that get narrowed down, and you're the decision makers, and you hear this Jack Black-esque voice come through that has all the
From a woman.
energy you wanted from a woman. It doesn't matter. From a frog.
Right.
And you're like, fuck yeah. That voice has some character and we need it, and it's not Jack Black, it's cheaper.
That's right. And we won't even advertise it. They'll just be like, what?
Yep. Everybody's going to be talking about it. It's just something else to talk about.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Perfect.
Yeah, you might be right.
And it might be
often.
Jack Black. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Absor was the same thing. Of like, he's like, it could be, and I'm like, it could be,
But it could
yeah,
be.
You're absolutely right. It absolutely could be. But in my head, I always
say it could be.
yeah. But even with the attitude of like, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. But yeah, of course, everyone has different opinions.
I can't wait to find out now. Oh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You want to bet?
No, I'm not really a betting person. You
kind of are. You're a gambler.
Neebs, earlier on, we were talking about that.
Oh, God.
He's like, hey, wait a second. I'm like, I'm not really a betting guy. And he's like, you're
What
a
if
betting
it's a sandwich,
guy.
though?
What?
Like a sandwich.
You were just talking to your brother today about betting on
He
something.
put in a bet.
I was
Told
going
him
to
put in
because
a bet.
I've been
That's how you
betting.
started the day.
I've been betting lately, but I would not call myself a betting guy for a majority of my life, like 98%
Okay.
of my
He
life.
didn't even say hi to us when he
No.
walked in.
And then right after that,
Brother
like, hey, did
calls,
you hear
make
there's
the
a new
bet.
pope? And he was like, there was a bet on who was going to be the pope.
Yep. Only betting guys know that.
Well, we
Yep.
started on, because I was listening to a podcast on betting. No, it was not betting, but they were talking about betting. And that was well into, I was in here
It's a
for
betting
several minutes
podcast.
before this was
Yeah.
even brought up. I was talking to Slippy.
I bet the
about it.
pope really encourages betting on.
Oh, huge.
But I'm
Pope
not a
move.
betting person, but I have been betting because I still have not lost $1.
Wow.
So I'm playing with house money, and I'm just like, I'm kind of almost playing to the point of like, oh, you know what? That sounds like a fun bet. Let's go for it.
Doesn't this sound like a fun bet, though? A sandwich for if
From
it's Jack
where?
Black or not?
I can't believe you're turning down this opportunity.
No,
can't
I'm going to go
either,
for
really.
this. I am going to go for this. It is Jack Black.
This is a sandwich from wherever we want a sandwich from.
No.
There you go.
In that moment. Like the place
Loser
I pick
buys
now
the other
might
one a
not
sandwich.
be even, you know.
It's a sandwich. What do you got to lose but
And
a
it
sandwich?
might come with chips and a drink, but I won't push it.
You
Have
probably
been
buy
to the
him a
kitchen
sandwich
sink
anyway.
yet?
Yeah, I used to live across the street from it.
They have a good beef on weck.
All right, not a big. I'll get that for you, and then I get to pick my sandwich from
All right,
somewhere.
well, it's got to be fucking kind of close.
Well, yeah, but like 20 or below.
I didn't know what beef on
Yeah,
weck
20 and
was
below.
until probably 2000 something.
Beef on whack
Right?
because whack.
From the show?
Whack attack.
I should have brought some beef to that show and just dropped it on his head. Beef on whack. And then walked away.
Not a lot of people know beef on. I
didn't.
I
Some
didn't
guy
know it
from
either.
up north opened a store on College Road, kind of
Yeah.
near where the old Walmart was.
And the old
Staples.
GameStop there.
Yeah, GameStop.
What, and they call it that?
It was called
Well,
Beef on Weck. That
yeah.
was the store.
Interesting.
They were
was
known
real
for
salty,
guess what?
but
Guess what they
delicious.
were known for?
Their macaroni and cheese.
That's true.
Yeah, great mac and
Best
cheese.
mac and cheese.
The first
in town.
time I ever even heard of the damn sandwich.
Wackaroni and cheese.
Oh, was and I'm from there. I'm from New York, but it's from a much different region where I'm from. Was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So first time I had it, I was like, and it was good, and I was like, holy shit.
How do you explain it?
A soaked, like it's a very soft because it's been heavily marinated, but in a very thin, like au jus type, I guess, sauce.
And mine, the bread was kind of salty like a pretzel a little bit.
So yeah, it says
Okay,
here,
and
beef on
it's-
whack, roast beef sandwich native to Buffalo, New York.
Yep.
Featuring thin-cut roast beef on a salt and caraway seed-coated Kaiser roll called a kummelweck. The Sanders is offered with horseradish and au jus for dipping. So it's a fucking French dip.
Kind of, sort of, but the bread is different.
Okay,
I would say, you know what though? The few times that I have had them, the beef is so much softer, and like you kind of you bite right through many layers, as opposed to on a what did you call it?
French dip.
French dip.
Like
where
I
it can
just made that up.
No, like it could tear. My brain was had it
fair.
on.
It
You know
depends
what I'm
where you
saying,
go,
where the
though.
beef. So the beef is to me a superior roast beef.
Yeah, I like a caraway seed too.
And the roll is very different too, and they bake their own rolls downtown at that place.
This is downtown, huh?
The kitchen sink.
I would. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know the kitchen
I
sink
do.
because you know you got your family.
Got family working there.
Yes,
Family
managing.
working there?
Yeah.
She told me about it because I talked to her because she was doing some charity thing,
Gotcha.
and then she's like, this is where I'm at, and you need to eat there, and blah blah blah. And she's like, go there on a day that I'm there, and I'll give you a discount. And I didn't. I
Well,
went there
we
on a
should
day
go
that she
together.
wasn't there. I'd like to.
You and
but,
I.
But that beef and
I
wreck
could go.
was
I live
on
a block
point.
away.
Maybe if Dallas is available, we'll do it too.
Maybe we'll
why
do
wouldn't
that.
I be?
Let's
I'll be
make a date of it.
Okay. How quickly we segued off to food, but it's
Right.
okay. It was just a bet.
Good.
It
hey,
is, but
can I
Jack
make it?
Black.
Can I make a double segue?
Yeah.
Are we done talking about GTA?
Let's see. Let's double check.
Oh wait. Oh,
Simon had some stuff.
I probably
so
won't
you want
even-
to double check?
You know
I probably
how many
won't even
views?
play it till online comes out.
Well, here's something. Here's just the one thing that was about views that kind of it was.
Well, I had another
in
thing,
24
too.
hours. How many views do you think the trailer got?
Oh man, I read the number.
30,
Like
60 million.
760 million.
24 hours.
760 million.
660 million.
Oh, you said 630
797 billion.
first. Yeah, no, it was like 425, but I
Okay,
thought that was
I
a
don't
lot.
remember the.
Your
425
first
million.
voice was like
It is a
60
lot.
million.
I don't know the particular numbers, but I also did read that when they announced the delay, that their stocks plummeted.
Stocks are dumb.
They're so dumb. So it's like buy now.
Right, they did. Damn it! I wish I would have paid attention to that.
Well, they're still plummeted.
Oh, they still? They haven't even started. Well, it doesn't even matter. I bet you they haven't recovered.
Now's
much.
when you buy, I guess. And now I'm not doing that to. I'm just guessing if you were to do that. Anyway.
Yeah, if it's anywhere near their 52-week low, which if it plummeted, it probably is.
Jack
in
Black
a 2-year,
stock went way up.
right, way up.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know if I would have went his direction with that Minecraft movie.
You watched it, huh?
I did. I went to the theater, watched it with my kid. It was a fun group. They were cheering and doing the whole chicken zombie, or like calling out shit. I guess that was a thing that they were trying to discourage. But
Chicken
why are
jockey.
you gonna be chicken jockey? Like, why are you gonna discourage people from fucking yelling shit in a theater?
Yeah, it's like a Rock Horror Picture Show kind of a thing.
So what's the big deal?
They're having
and
fun.
Everyone,
Are they making a mess when they're doing it?
No, they weren't. Well, no, they weren't doing any
Not
of
throwing
that.
chickens around and stuff.
No, I did hear that people were bringing chickens.
Okay.
I just don't.
And
that's
that
fine
is
too.
stupid. Well, yeah, sure.
I don't hate it.
No, that's crazy.
flu.
That's absolutely insane. So of course people shouldn't bring chickens.
It's making the experience an experience.
It is with chicken shit on the seats.
It just worked wonderfully for their marketing. Like just everything. It got attention.
What was it? Did it do well? The movie?
Oh yeah, well I believe
think
so.
I think it did
it's
really
killed.
well.
I think it's broken records when you look on your little.
Not Sinners well, which I haven't seen yet, and I can't wait to.
It didn't do as well as.
I don't know.
Sinners?
I have no idea. Maybe it totally crushed it. I have zero
Sinners?
input.
I thought it killed, but Sinners happened to be doing well. But I don't think Sinners was doing Minecraft well.
I don't know.
Momoa was okay, and Jack Black his character was just so.
Over the top.
I mean, and yeah, maybe that's what it was supposed to be. I mean, obviously it was, but
He was clearly too busy to do GTA 6.
Minecraft movie has grossed
Clearly.
720 million globally after 3 weekends.
Minecraft 720 million.
in
Look at
3
Sinners, please.
Fucking weekends.
Sinners?
Check out Sinners.
Yeah.
Like SINN?
Yes.
How would you spell it?
I didn't know if you were saying centers.
I didn't.
Sinners?
There was no T in it.
Yeah, it could well, with the accents, especially
So
Sinners.
this is probably
Sinners.
350
Let's go to the
or
center.
something.
Let's go to the Sinner.
Yeah,
People
of course
will do that. Let's
Minecraft
go to the
is-
center. Yeah, Minecraft. But there were absolutely a few things.
244 million.
Okay.
Two
got
244.
you.
There were a few parts in Minecraft that literally you could just made me laugh out loud, kind of like yeah,
Outward. An outward laugh.
Yes, an outward laugh. of and just getting a little giggly with it. You know, things that really didn't have much to do with the movie except for just little situations or little characters in it that might have 2 or 3 good lines, and then they're gone.
Okay.
You just go like, oh, okay, that's and enough of them in a movie that's mediocre, and I'm happy. Plus, it was obviously a kids movie.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Big question for Simon. Considering you're a gamer,
Mm-hmm.
you could relate to a lot because you play it.
Yes, because but
Didn't matter though, did it?
it didn't. It did because, like, let's just say the first time you're seeing what was your character Neebs in our show.
I was Enderman.
Enderman.
Right. So you see Enderman,
Cameron.
and see the Enderman. Everyone's like, "Whoa, Enderman!" Yeah.
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah, I knew
what to be
what it
excited
was.
about.
Where exactly nobody played it, they'd be like, "What the fuck are people
Yeah,
excited about
exactly.
this weird
Right.
thing?"
I get it.
With everything there, sure.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun. It made more fun for me to feel the energy of the crowd, which really wasn't that many because I saw it like, I mean, he said after 3 weeks. It's been out for a while. I want to say it sold a few weeks ago, and I didn't see it when it first came out. So the theater was like 80% empty, but everyone in there was just like, you know, applauding when some,
Yeah.
you know, first
Yeah.
characters come in. So that made the experience a lot more fun too.
Did they fight an Ender Dragon? No spoilers.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, how's he
God, I
supposed to
forgot
answer it?
that. No
Okay.
Yeah,
spoilers.
you weren't
but-
supposed to answer that at all.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
spoiled
yeah,
it.
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Also voiced by Jack Black.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about the live show?
Yep, that's where we go right now.
Show.
Yeah.
Man,
Just had one.
Man, what a wonderful time I had.
Yeah, me too.
it was a lot of fun.
Me too.
Man, I was so nervous at one point. We could talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
But
we will.
yeah.
I kind of want to know now when
Oh,
you were
no,
We,
nervous.
no,
I,
we're gonna
I know
have to.
exactly when now. So how do we even start this?
No, we start with the first day. What were we doing on the first day?
Well, just,
Or
I
you
mean,
wanna start-
Arizona, we were in Chandler, Arizona,
Right.
which is a fun little strip of stores and hotels. And
Seems like a cool up and coming place with a bunch of cool new hip shit with great places.
yeah, and it was warm. Were you too hot? That was the thing you were worried about.
The evenings were pretty nice, and the fact that we didn't have to do anything outside during the day, like I felt bad when I found out you guys were doing like the going in the market,
Right.
and that was on Saturday. Like that's the last thing I ever would have wanted to do myself.
We found out there was going to be a farmer's market pretty much like right by the theater and
Right
the
by the
hotel.
hotel.
And
I
we're
mean-
like, man, let's do this. And
Yeah.
then we threw up a little Neebs Gaming like merch tent, the farmer's market, and they loved it. Like the farmer's market people,
They did.
because we brought so many people to that
That's
market
awesome.
that
That's
wouldn't
so
have been there
cool.
otherwise.
That's
Yeah.
great. So I hope there was a lot of stuff there, like fresh produce there, where people could like grab it and
goats.
eat it, and
yeah.
like right there, like eat a tomato right there.
I know there was fresh popcorn. I saw bags of it coming back
Wow,
to
and
the
that's
hotel.
hard to come by.
Popcorn sucks. God, I hate popcorn.
I heard it
love
was
so
really
much.
good.
I had some last
Love
night.
it.
I do.
And I don't hate it because I will eat
I
it
heard you say you hated it.
sometimes, but I really, it's like it's a snack that can be like really horrible. Sometimes it's okay.
Gets in your teeth, but
Yep.
yeah, I love
Horrible with the teeth.
I hear we have to wash our Neebs Gaming tablecloths because a dog peed on one of them at the market.
it. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dog peed on the tablecloth.
it happens. Dog,
Yeah.
dog pees my glitter. You ever seen that shirt?
No, dog pees in my glitter.
Or is it fur?
You
Dog
act like there's
fur.
5 shirts out there. What?
Yeah. Anyway, I like dogs.
What are you talking about? Anyway, we don't have to go into that. Where do we start here? We started, but
Well, we had a 3-day event, which we usually do, like a several-day event.
switched it
Yes.
up a little bit, though,
And yeah, so Thursday was kind of the kickoff exclusive party.
which would normally be our stream night.
Yeah,
Which
we streamed on
basically-
Friday this week.
Yeah.
That time.
So at the first night, we try to be able to get like a picture with whoever comes to the party.
Yeah, that party's
A
usually
little
like, hey,
chatting.
we're gonna make sure us as a group can take a picture with everybody at that party,
Yes,
and we did that. And it was at a place called the Forum, and that place was really cool.
it was. We were there 2 nights in a row.
We had 2 rooms, a big lounge room with a digital wall and a bar and all these cool couches and stuff, and then a back room, which was real wide and open with like 2 big screens on the wall, so we could. We premiered one of our episodes or 2 of our episodes, and then we had, I think they were playing Neebs Runners back there, so people
Nice.
could just jump in and play against Anthony or against each other, and it was just great. They had good food,
Yeah.
good
It was
drinks.
a cool venue.
Man, really good food.
It was a cool venue that worked out really well considering, I don't have to get into it, but like we lost our first place.
We did, which was right by the theater.
Yeah. Yeah, so
We're
this
trying
was
to
a
keep
little
everything
further away,
close.
but the place made up for it.
Cool spot. And we did our
Place.
first 2 nights there.
Yes.
So there was that night, and the second night was stream night.
Stream night.
And yeah, it was just a big party. They had private karaoke rooms.
Yep.
In the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
which
cool.
we did on stream night.
Yeah, which turned out to be that stream night turned out to be a lot of fun. I had
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
Now the song y'all did,
Yeah.
the "Don't Worry, Be Happy." I need
Sure.
to find that, and we need to put that somewhere because that was such a good.
Oh, that was fun, man. Simon was such a space cadet at that point. I
Was a space
was
cadet?
just trying to guide him around and keep him away from, because like
What happened? What do you mean
the
space
community's
cadet?
there, like walking from point A to point B.
Uh-huh.
Can be tricky because you get caught in conversation, which is an honor.
Oh,
but if you're
yes.
focused on something, like in that case we were doing a live stream, you see.
Right.
And
Right.
it was like time for us to go sing some karaoke. So I was like just trying to keep us focused. We went to one room and the microphones didn't work or something.
Right.
And then I said, screw it, let's go to our green room, which was also a karaoke room, but those microphones were gone. But it was just us two. And I was like, this will be fine, playing the karaoke through the room speakers and then just the phone microphone.
Right.
And it was a last minute choice of that song, which worked out really nice. Simon was on it once I got him there.
Yeah. So y'all filmed it, came back to the main room.
You
where
guys started it, though, with your first
Yeah, it was-
leave and film.
we
Yeah.
sang "Don't Mess with My Toot Toot."
That
Sure.
was really good.
A big
Yeah.
favorite. Everybody loves that
Everyone
song.
Crowd
had a
pleaser.
Yeah,
It's a
everyone had a lot of
sing-along.
fun with that.
But y'all came back, and I didn't know what to expect, and y'all played it, and it was probably my favorite song I've ever sung.
It was pretty. It was very nice. Anthony
it
walked in
worked
the
out.
background of everything, not just by chance, really.
Right.
Yep.
Was there a third song?
They came
yeah.
back with a third song.
They did. Yeah. What was your song?
We sang "Even Flow."
They did some Pearl Jam,
Even. Yes, you did.
and that should be a rule if you ever sing Pearl Jam anything.
You
You
should-
should not pronounce a single word
No,
of any word.
you should gibberish the whole song.
That's
Yep.
right. That's what you did, right?
Oh, him,
Yes,
That was
Bambi.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Kind of a blur.
Oh yeah, it does turn into a blur.
But those parties were fantastic.
They were.
Yeah.
And
then, like at our hotel, like we were pretty busy the whole weekend because we're planning for the big show on Saturday, and we're moving a lot of equipment around because we got merch and decorations and all this stuff. But we did have a little bit of time to rest in between,
yeah,
and the hotel had a fantastic pool.
great pool. It felt like a resort.
Yeah, so we got to be out there, especially a lot of the red shirts that work with us. We're out
Had a
there,
lot of fun.
and we were just enjoying the pool, having some drinks. And
Technically, that place was the first resort in Arizona.
was it?
Something like that.
I don't know.
I had no idea.
Shit.
But it was
Could have
spread
swore I
out.
heard it.
It was spread out, but it
Yeah.
worked.
Let me give a shout out real quick to the red shirts. I hope
Yep.
I have the full list here.
Do
But
it.
Bats, Whiskey, Squirrel, Diesel, Sledge, Rock Princess, Muzz.
Yep.
Mrs. Neebs is a part of that. And Dr. Barbarian, I think, gave you a ride.
Yes.
Yep.
I saw him in Sedona.
Did you?
Yeah.
Whack and Mrs.
You
Whack
did.
were there.
He told me he bumped into you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Miss Whack and Wife.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yep.
Whack.
Speeder
Whack on
Racer was there helping
Man,
us.
he helped a lot.
Yeah.
He did. I gave him a lot of shit that first night, but it was super fun.
It was fun to give him shit.
Yeah.
And who else? Oh, Aztecia.
Yes, Aztecia.
Big kudos to Aztecia.
Yeah, man. She put so much work into this, and she was happy with it. I asked her every day, and she was like, yeah, everything's going smooth.
I think so. I know she was stressed because it was big and there was a lot of moving parts,
A lot of work.
and she nailed it.
Yeah, and she's not here.
No, she's still traveling. Her brother came to the States for the first time,
Yeah.
and they're traveling like through Arizona and New Mexico. But man, she deserves a break because she's been
Yes.
busting her butt to get this show going.
Big kudos. Is kudos a snack? Is that like
it's a snack and also well done.
Yeah. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but we appreciate all the help from everybody involved.
You
But
probably
yeah.
leaving someone out.
We had a lot of help. What's his name? Nick, that made the burgers for the main show.
I'll knock this out real quick because I want to give him the love. He invited all of us Wednesday night to eat at the Wrigley Mansion, where he is the executive chef. That place is nice. Beautiful view over Phoenix, the skyline, mountains behind it. It's just like one of those places, 5-star kind of shit. And he's just one of us. He's just another nerd. Mm-hmm. He and his sous chef are both big fans of our channel and lovely, lovely people. But you guys couldn't make it. My girl and I went because we were in Sedona a couple days prior, and we were like just made it a part of the week, went and ate there, and it was a pleasure. I mean, the place is not obviously cheap, but it is a hell of an experience, and he was lovely. We had a good time there. And I did want to throw this out. His podcast, if you are a Dungeons & Dragons player, because he and his lady are, is called Table for Two Tales on the YouTubes.
Tails that could be on your body, or they could also be tails.
Yep, it
Like
was
a
spelled.
story.
It was spelt the story type with the A-L. Yes.
All right.
And table for two, which could be like a game table.
I'm a chef for you.
Or I'm a chef.
Anyway,
I like it.
yeah, thank you, Nick. And
And then he made burgers for us
Yes, he did, which were
For the
delicious.
big show.
for the big show. So it was great in the back room because it's always we usually get to theater sometime between noon, 1, 2 o'clock, and then we
And we're
gotta
there.
do all the lighting, all the
Yeah.
rehearsals, everything before. Got to be done by 6 because that's
Yep.
when the doors open to the public.
yeah, and we
And,
cut it close.
It was close.
Very close. It's always down to the wire.
Yeah.
And so Nick brought burgers for the whole, like for us and all the crew, and that was a lifesaver.
Yeah, for sure.
And the crew at the theater were great.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. That was a beautiful theater.
The Chandler
It was a beautiful
Performing
theater.
Arts.
Yeah. So we're getting to the show now.
Yeah, it was a good show, I think.
It was.
It was a fun show.
We switched up our game a bit.
Played
Just-
some new games.
Added some new things.
There were
Yeah.
some really close games.
Yeah.
Like we played Gang Beasts, which we played before, but I think at one point all of us, you're supposed to get 3 wins.
Yeah.
All of us had 2 wins. So regardless of the next match, whoever won the next match was the winner.
I don't know how I did.
Which one was that in?
Gang Beast.
Oh, was it? Shit, man, a lot of the games are a blur too.
Yeah. I could not perform in Gang Beasts, but Stick Fight I felt pretty good in. Started out with that.
I was
Yep.
having some fun in Gang Beasts. Who ended up winning?
I think, God, was it you or was it Appsro?
God, if it was me, because people were telling me like after the show, they're like, "Man, you're winning it so much," and I'm just like, "Was I?"
Did I?
You won a lot because
I mean, but
we,
I
we
thought I
started
was-
out with Stick Fight and you were murdering everybody.
But I didn't win like the overall. I don't think. But I think I won a lot of like individual things.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't know. But yeah, with Stick Fight, that was a surprise for me.
I changed my strategy because of you. Because
did
I
ya?
was like, I'm going to do jump kicks. I'm going to aim my gun. And I saw you were murdering everybody. I'm like, I know he's just button mashing. So that's what I did.
You shut your
Well, I
eyes.
started doing better.
I did. Well, I mean, I wasn't necessarily button bashing, but I was doing one attack. I believe it, I forget what it was now, but it was one particular attack. I was
You
just
only have one
hitting-
attack in that game.
It's true.
Mm,
You kind of only do.
Well, then
Unless you have a weapon.
my headbutt. What's headbutt?
You're thinking Gang Beast now.
You're thinking of a different game.
We went to stick
Oh,
fight.
then it
You
was a
knew this
lunging
was-
forward. It was lunging forward. I remember. Anyway, whatever it was.
Yeah. I'm not
All
sure he
I
knows
know
what we're
is
talking about.
Neebs and I could not wait to win our side.
You
That's
couldn't,
right.
and I kicked your asses. I
Oh,
guess.
no, I mean, we won twice.
We won 2 times.
And we got to do our line dance that we
Oh,
had practiced
God.
prior.
So
without
what did
your knowledge?
Whenever we won and we brought out probably the best dance you've ever seen, what was going through your mind?
Tell people what you did.
I just did.
Would you? So that's it. You stood up. You won. And
And
then all of
then-
a sudden you decided to
The music kicked in.
That's a little
Here
bit
it
more of the
goes.
description. Yeah. So the music starts going, and you two are just facing the crowd, and him and I are just sitting back watching your flat asses.
Yeah.
And
I got a bubble butt. But
you do
carry
have a
on.
bubble butt. He has a flat ass. But anyway, when you started that whole thing, I was like, "You sneaky sons of bitches."
They learned a line dance.
Yeah. And but then I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. How
That
could
was
you
about
not?
it.
How could you not?
Yeah.
Neebs and Mrs. Neebs, they worked out a line dance, and
Oh, they worked it out. You
Well,
made that up.
There was a snow day. If you remember, there was a snow day a few months back
Yeah.
Snowed here. It doesn't usually snow here.
Okay.
We were kind of stuck in the house, and we're like, "Hey, let's make a line dance."
I get a text that night about how excited they were with their line dance they came up with for Neebs and I. And I'm watching the video and starting to get it in my head. Then they eventually came over, like in the next week or two, to our place, and we worked on the line dance for an hour or so.
And we were like, "Do we just tell the group we're going to do a line dance,
No.
and maybe they learn it, or do we try to keep it a secret for several months?"
For when we win.
Right.
And see what they think about this line dance secret.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was just something you got to giggle about with each other.
It was. It was a geeky.
But it was fun. I think I heard someone say it, probably Dora, that he did not practice very much.
I
Yeah.
never said that.
No,
Right.
I think
Because
he
if
did.
you watched, you could tell that I practiced much.
Did you? Did you not? I think weren't you saying something
I
about
didn't practice
prac-
as much as I said.
All right, but not as much as I
But
said.
he
Not
knew
as
it.
much as he should have.
I knew it.
didn't
It
he?
was in my head
Okay,
every
he got
single
it.
day after
Good
learning
for
it.
you.
If I didn't do it physically, I worked it out in my head at least once.
It's just
Oh,
as
good
good
for
when
you.
you run through it in your
No,
head.
that's
Mhm.
great
Yeah.
when you run through it in your head.
That
Man,
was
I don't
all.
have the. I don't think I have the. Or I haven't had that ability. I don't think I've ever tried.
I could see that.
Yeah, I'm glad though. That's good.
Anyway, we
You're
talked
so
about the line
funny.
dance too much. We had, I brought up magic again, and most of my tricks worked. Well, okay, maybe half of them worked.
Your volunteer didn't work.
My volunteer didn't work. She
That
was
girl
broken.
was a menace.
Yep, she was broken. She was a menace, but it made for a good laugh, so it worked. But
She was funny.
I made the cork pop out of the bottle.
Hey, you still did the trick.
The grand finale worked.
You
grand
still did the
finale
first trick,
worked.
but it just took forever.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fair.
I feel like you need to do bigger, like more bigger visual
because
tricks.
that's so easy to do.
yeah.
It's so easy to transport that stuff too. You
Yep.
know, because we've got what 5 big trucks that carry our stuff around.
We do.
Semis,
2 buses.
2
Right.
buses. So
It's actually
do.
one pallet.
it's
Just
one
pallet goes.
So I would love to do bigger tricks, and I have an idea for the next one, but whatever.
If it's a heavy thing, I mean, we can go up another 3 feet with that pallet. 4 feet.
I don't know if you got. Okay, we'll talk.
Yeah.
We had brought in new games. Simon did a how-to with ketchup.
Man,
bit.
I
Live.
kind of did a little bit of a freak out here, but the ketchup thing could have been done so differently.
Always, you could have done many
So
things to do with
differently.
ketchup.
Yeah. No, but I mean, even with this particular thing, and then I felt like I got in my own head with this has got to go quicker. I've been doing this for too long.
The
already
timing was
and
perfect.
Talking.
It was
Good
perfect.
timing.
You know, I think it could have gone for like another minute, and I could have done like at least two other things.
I think you made the point perfectly. I think it disgusted the audience perfectly. Like for those
That it
who would
worked.
be
'Cause
like,
I don't even know how they reacted, honestly, because I was just kind of going. But I was like, right before I went on, when I got off, I went, "Oh shit, I got to do this quicker. Oh, they're not gonna like this. What the fuck am I doing?" And then
thought
I
it was
started to
great.
get so fucking flooded with nerves.
Sure.
And then I just walked out.
Is that the part that made you nervous?
Yes.
That was
yes,
it.
that was the only part. Yeah.
Okay.
100%. And then like towards the very end, I was like, you know what? You should probably just end it. Just end it. Just get out of here. Just get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here. I think they liked it enough. And
yeah.
this.
I thought the timing was right. I would have
Okay.
liked to seen more ketchup used.
yeah,
Yeah, I should have used more ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you
and
did
that's
great.
another regret. The timing might have been great, but I didn't use enough
Man,
ketchup.
you almost talked yourself. Neebs even almost talked you out of it. I remember he was like adding to your doubt. Not ripping on you, Neebs, but a little bit.
Probably. Yeah. Well,
I had to pump you the fuck up.
you did. I didn't utilize it quite as much. I think the next time, if I were to do something, I think if it was just with me, and that's one change that I would do. The next time, I think I would do something along the lines of having myself sit down.
Gotcha. So Muzz
Have-
brought you down.
No,
Muzz's
Muzz.
fault.
Yeah, because I don't know. Part of me just still didn't ever feel comfortable with getting him too messy. I should have
Ketchup
completely
and
let go.
mustard.
And I should have put like a big old thing. Yes,
I just had to get that out.
There you go. I should have put a lot of shit on his apron too. Like there should have been a lot of ketchup.
Shoulda, wouldas.
A lot of Anyway,
In the magic shows where I am afraid, like I psych myself out before because I want the things to work.
right.
Out there, I'm scared because I'm human.
Yeah.
That translates into my character becoming more cocky. But
Right.
cocky can translate into
That's what your
confidence.
nervousness looks like.
That's what I've learned.
Arrogance is
I
how
wish
he reacts
my
to it.
nervousness looked like fucking arrogance.
But you,
It's a good thing to have it look like. You know? Fuck
just
you. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is all horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever.
I remember, like, at the very beginning of the stupid magic show, when I pulled the hanky off of the later coming trick to the beat of the song. And then in the moment, I decided I was going to just kick this hanky off the
Yeah.
side of the stage.
Yes.
He
And
kicked
that
it for a
took
very long
forever.
time.
I
Took
did,
forever.
And I committed to
You
it.
committed to it.
That kind of shit. Like,
I
what
was
am I
kinda
doing?
hoping-
In my head, I'm like, what am I doing right now?
We were watching backstage.
We were.
And
Like, holy shit, he's kicking that thing all the way off
yeah,
stage.
I was kind of hoping you would disappear and kind of run around the back of the curtain and come out the other side of the stage kicking
That
it.
would have been
And put his arm up like that.
like, that would have been fun. So I get it. I
Yeah.
get the nerves because it's on you. It's like your time
Oh, God.
to entertain.
Yeah, and you're
For
up
a
there by
while.
yourself.
Yeah,
A lot
Yeah.
of times in the show, it's all of us up there.
of course. We
Oh,
always
that
cover
makes
each
all the
other.
difference in the world.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
We sang some songs. Dralis sang Space Mammoth
Yeah.
and Meaty
good.
Star. the
Couldn't
Meaty
hear ourselves
Starfish
in Meaty
song.
Starfish. It was a nightmare
Yeah,
to
our
me.
monitors were not loud enough.
I will not listen to that back,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it was fine.
We've kind of started a tradition in honor of Thick 44 singing Beach Burger and Burger Beach.
Damn right. That's
Yep.
never going anywhere.
So that was a nice, quick burger
Yeah.
song.
There was what was the other thing I wanted to bring up? Family Feud kind of took a little long. The
Family
Jackbox
Feud-
game took too long.
Yeah, Family Feud is one, like, if I were to go back and, like, just if we were to talk about, like, what would you not do next time? Like, I wouldn't do Family Feud next
Here's
time.
where I disagree to a
Okay.
degree. The audience participation on that was great.
Yeah, they were throwing
People
out
were
ideas.
screaming throughout that.
But that was that when I couldn't hear it, and then was when it going out, and you were telling me you got to sit back down. When I was trying to participate
Yeah.
with the audience
Well, you can't.
participation,
Yeah,
but we couldn't hear.
because we were playing, hey, don't help him. He's our enemy.
Okay,
Yeah, but they were helping us too.
yeah. No, I felt as soon as I had the feeling of like, oh my god, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
I couldn't focus anymore after that.
Is that
My
why you
brain
guys
wouldn't
lost?
allow me to. I'll totally blame it on that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a line dance after that game.
Yeah.
Oh, there
definitely
was.
wasn't.
Thank
Victory
God there was
line
only
dance.
two line dances. I think, right?
I felt how upset everybody was that there wasn't
A
more.
third,
Yeah. Did you only win 2 times?
Yeah,
kinda.
we only played 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Oh, was that it?
So it was probably 40 or 50% of the games we
so
won.
you did.
Yeah.
All right. Damn it.
Yeah.
I was hoping we kicked your asses.
I think you might have a little.
All right. Maybe. Well, maybe we just beat you.
Yeah.
What else? What else was during the? Oh, the proposal. There was a good proposal.
Oh
Yes.
yes. Oh, we could talk about this in a good way.
Yeah. Well, what would be the bad way?
Well, in a way that
Oh, I
right
know what
now
you're-
it is kind of it could be looked at as
He almost messed up.
making fun of them,
I know.
but because we are,
Well, look at it this way.
and it's to a certain.
You got a
degree.
guy who's like, hey, can I propose to my fiance on
Right.
stage?
Mm-hmm.
He's dealing with being on a stage in front of 1,000 people
Oh yeah, of course I understand.
proposing.
And proposing. It's
How
a very
nervous would you
stressful
be?
thing.
Right.
Totally get it.
So
We
we
never got
wanted to
the
make it
answer.
a fun thing.
Right.
Yeah. So we made up a game about it,
Yep. That would fool everybody.
hopefully.
And
Yeah.
it seemed like it fooled them. a little
Yeah.
bit.
So
Even him.
earlier, we played Mount Your Friends. Dralis and I won that. There was a line dance after
I
that one.
remember that we won that.
And then,
you did. Good for you.
And then, so there's only one belt though, and the way we decided who got to take the belt home was we had to do a duel, which was we had 2 Nerf guns and we had these big Velcro targets on our chest, and then we had to walk 5 paces, turn and shoot, and whoever hit the bigger number was the winner of the duel and gets to keep the belt.
And it was actually thought up of as the way for him to propose, so
Yeah.
we fit it in as a game.
We made that game up, yeah, so we could
Because
bring
of
them
the
up
fact
later.
that it was going to be a proposal.
Introduced it earlier, so it was in the audience's mind and their mind. This is how this
Right.
game works that we play.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's make it quick because we want it to go quick, and we'll have them just come out and already have the stuff on
Yeah.
and do it quick.
Yeah.
And-
So Act 2 it's like time for the audience to do a duel.
And
which
we
is-
already picked them out.
We already picked them out. After a certain segment, they come out with the targets. He's supposed to.
Immediately.
They take 5 spaces. She does. While she's not looking, he gets the ring. When she turns around to shoot,
He's
boom.
right there with the ring.
Yeah, because he never walked his 5 steps. He walked behind her and got real close, and he was supposed to be
That's
real
what's
close
supposed to
her.
happen.
Yeah.
Right.
He takes 5 steps,
He turns around.
turns. They both fire.
And they shoot.
They both miss.
Yeah, they both miss. And then you know what? I'm sure everyone's as shocked as I am.
Well,
Yeah.
us
Out
that
of
know.
us.
And we're
Went
like, what's he
inside.
doing? He knows what this is about.
Right. So then start the music again. Let's do it over.
Yep.
Boom.
He starts to take paces again.
Yes.
And everyone
second time.
everyone that knows like,
Yeah.
go, go.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
She turns.
Yeah.
He's on a knee, holding a ring up.
And the whole audience went, oh.
Yeah. And then she shoots him.
She shoots him. Gets a perfect 100.
Point blank. Right in the
Point-
100.
Point
right in
blank.
bullseye.
It's hilarious she shot. She needed to win that motherfucker.
And then
so
she
funny.
said yes.
I don't even remember her shooting.
Yeah.
I tried to show the audience that she got 100, but it fell off like whatever.
Right.
But the fact that she shot is hilarious.
Yeah.
So there was that part of it.
That was
too.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And it worked out because I think it really sold the fact that they were playing a game.
Yeah, it
And
did.
delayed the fact that, is this a proposal?
So
No.
it was our idea that they play a couple rounds and hope
Keep
she
missing.
missed.
Yeah, it was our idea to make it very unentertaining for probably 2 minutes.
I watched it back. It was entertaining to me.
Do we
The
bring
whole
up the
thing.
ladies?
The ladies.
The ladies?
Oh, yes, we
yes.
do.
We
Yes,
should.
we do.
This was distracting.
Okay. And when Neebs saw it,
Which was
no,
pretty
we're not
much-
saying what it was.
Right when the show started.
And I saw it before, right as the show started as well, but I didn't
pretty
know
early
what
I
it
did.
was.
Yeah, I did.
I know. So,
Okay. So right in the very front row were 2 ladies that are a little older than our demographic.
well, not a little. What are you talking about?
Okay, calm down. They
No,
might
but-
hear this.
They're
They'll
pretty-
never hear this.
They're
That's
pushing
okay.
90. Probably.
No, they were. Yeah, somebody was in their 90s and somebody was in their 80s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely.
Yeah.
Now we do have some older people that love our
We
show.
do,
sure.
but they're out
But
of our
not these two.
demographic
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They're sitting front and center. Not front and center, but slightly
Slightly
off
to the-
center.
to our left,
they
yeah.
are pretty much directly in front,
you.
of me.
Yeah.
Because when I first came out, and we said, we all came out, and we're doing ha ha ha. I see these 2 in the front, and I'm making eyes with them, and I'm doing the whole I'm pointing at my eyes and then pointing at them.
Oh,
You
you
don't know who
said
they
something to
are.
them, didn't you?
I have no idea who they are. But when I sat down, one of the first things I was saying was, "Oh, this is crazy! I look at this. I know these 2 are trouble." And
They
I
were.
pointed right down at
They
those
didn't
2
like
old
that joke?
ladies. Well, I mean,
Did they?
no, I don't think they did. But I didn't know. I didn't know why they were there. I just assumed they wanted to be there.
No.
Well, they did, but
So with most theaters that we've dealt with in the past, they say, well, hey, we have some people that are like members of our theater or supporters of our theater, and they get free tickets to everything because they support the theater. And I was like, that's what this has
Donate
to,
to
be.
it a lot. The whole
Yeah.
thing.
These are people that support the theater, and they're like, we'll check in and see what's going on in the theater. And yeah, you could tell they didn't like gaming. They didn't like our songs.
They didn't like we were there.
They
No.
were not. They weren't having a fun time.
no. From what I was told, they shared their last name was the name
one
that
of them
was on the
one of them.
them.
The name of the theater is her name.
right. So yeah, so she's
Big donor.
big donor.
So I don't think it affected me much, but it definitely took the wind out a little bit. I'm like, everything we do, this person is gonna hate from here on.
Yeah.
And right about, we had 2 songs back to back that were about innuendos,
Yep.
and then we played "Mount Your Friends"
Yeah, with the dingles,
slinging dicks
one
and
some
flipping
floppy
around.
wieners, and that's
Right.
about where we lost them.
Yeah, they were gone, which is probably best.
It'd be awesome if we had footage of we knew exactly when, and that'd be a bet.
It was
I would
"Mount Your
bet-
Friends" when they left,
Oh, that they walked
Yeah.
out
because
at
I
Mount Your
felt
Friends.
relieved. I was like, whew,
Yep.
all right.
Wow.
Yeah. Whatever. However, but to hear the theater that you're named after, or the theater that's named after you, well, now, or because you're a big donor, and all the love in the theater, all the excitement and the
energy.
good time, just all that positive energy from the community. It's weird to me. It's so weird to me that doesn't just like click in as like this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they might have seen it as a good thing, but just went like, because
Not by the expressions.
No.
I wasn't looking at noticing their expressions
Oh,
as
I
being
was.
like anything of like, oh, they're offended.
They were miserable.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that's what I got.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that said, it was kind of funny. I think it's hilarious now in retrospect.
Yeah. And look, we're not going to share their pictures because we
Yeah, of course
respect their privacy, but we do have some good pictures.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
2 people there taking pictures. Who was it? Oh, Travis and Kyle.
There we go.
They
Yeah.
were
Good
both
job.
taking pictures, and they
Yeah,
got
they were
some
great.
really good ones.
And also, Speed Eraser was helping a lot with the pictures.
Oh, there was a lot of help
night
from
one, for
pictures
sure.
too. Oh, and Corey. Was Corey on the list of people that you read out earlier?
Which
Diesel?
Oh,
red
Diesel.
shirt.
Yeah, I think I read Diesel.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diesel's
sorry.
always a huge help.
I know.
But also Xidax was there.
Yes,
Xidax has been
see?
the last couple shows.
Click something in you.
And Josh Tyson and Taylor. And man, they're always great to have around.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We got a great crew. It's pretty wonderful. We're spoiled for sure.
So much fun.
Oh,
Thank
and
you. What?
I just wanted to say, like, because I didn't know if we just have the same kind of community members just going from show to show, kind of like this just group of caravan
Right.
people. And there were a lot.
There
a
were.
lot of people we've seen at every single show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I asked in the beginning, who's been to a
Well,
game and live show
Didn't-
before?
Okay.
It was
Someone
a-
said, "Welcome to Arizona." Who said that?
I said that.
Okay, that was dumb.
Why?
Well, no, it was
I
hilarious
bet
because
most
we
of them
live
weren't.
here. Is what I heard from almost everyone.
Yeah. Well, there was a large amount of the people I think you
80%
were
it
getting
felt
to.
like,
Was
but
it 80%? But I don't know.
I'm
Who knows?
guessing.
Like, what do you think? Was you getting to the point where there were a lot of
I
people
bet
from
it's like
Arizona there?
50% people that don't live there.
Maybe.
Maybe, but I thought you were going to say there was more, but it seemed like there were a lot of people from Arizona,
I'm going to
which
keep
is
saying
good.
it.
All right. you
No,
keep
that's
saying
cool.
it.
I mean, I don't care about that.
Anyway, who's been to a NGL show before? Big response. Who hasn't been?
Louder.
Bigger.
Louder.
This was their
Yep.
first show.
Yep. So, yeah, I feel like almost any major city we'd go to, we'd have the same reaction.
Yeah, we'd get some, and that's our goal,
It's badass.
to move around a little bit. And
Yep.
Meet new people.
Yeah.
And to
was-
bring that traveling group with us, because it's starting to get like,
and recruit a few more.
yeah, and see the same faces every time. It's awesome.
Yeah. What
It's
a family.
fantastic.
It's so cool.
A pleasure.
And of course, after that show, which felt like a great success, we wandered about and went to a couple places and just mingled more.
Yep. Had some great drinks. Spent some time. It was great to have some time at the end to relax with everybody.
Yeah.
We got to spend time with Slippy, which we never get to spend time with him.
Yeah,
Jack was there.
Yeah, Ada wasn't there this time.
Yep. Ada had something going on already.
Yeah.
But man, what a great trip.
And thank you, Anthony.
Anthony, thank
Anthony's here. Thank you, Anthony.
He did a really good job.
Fantastic
with the
job.
exception of StreamNet, I guess.
you. Stream night.
What happened?
What do you mean?
I'm just giving him a shit. Like,
He
no,
actually
there
was
were a
great
couple
at Stream
times-
Night.
No, he
was-
was.
Yeah.
It was the best one.
He kept Anthony kept everybody entertained while we were taking pictures.
Especially on the kickoff party, he kicked ass.
Yeah.
So
And then
no, it
did a
was
great job on the stage mixing everything.
Yep, for sure.
And whacking Jack as the battlefield horses. We had dancing horses. It was great.
They were a hit when they came out.
How could
We're
you
We're
not
gonna have
be?
to have something similar now with people coming out in some sort of inflatable costume every time, because it is pretty fucking
It's
great.
fail safe, really.
Yeah.
I loved it,
I did too. Oh
or
my
at
God.
least try to think about the
I
possibility.
just remember.
next time.
I remember because I was like kind of lost in my own little world at the end. There, we're all dancing, whatever, and just hearing Jack going, "Dosey do me, dosey do me, dosey do me,
Y'all
dosey
did
do me."
He twerked and then
He twerked. Yes, he did. Because they were practicing twerking. Both
yeah,
of them apparently.
they came out twerking.
We need to. Yeah, Slippy said he would have done it.
Yeah,
but I'm
Slippy
sure-
wasn't there yet, or he would have been.
Yeah.
Next show, we got to get Slippy in a horse costume.
Next show, whatever we dress up as, whatever theme we end up doing, we need to try to get Jack and Slippy and Ada and all them to at least follow suit in a little bit of a, they don't need to get a full-on costume, but,
A little bit.
give us a flavor.
Yeah, why not?
I was busting Justin balls. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, fucking, you're the only one. Like Jack's dressed up in full blown. He didn't dress up at all either. But I'm like, he's full blown cowboy. He's like, no, really? Oh shit.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't at all. But it
Slippy
would be
was
fun
dressed
if
like
they
he's
did.
going out to the curb to get the paper.
He was.
It was
completely.
straight from the dorm room.
But good times. So thanks for listening. Is there anything else?
Nah, for those of you that I forgot to mention,
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about it when we're done. But just thank
Yeah.
you for being there. You
No,
guys
there's
are awesome.
obviously so many other little stories involved, but that kind of sums it up. Yeah, now we're just in depression right now. This
Great
is where
time.
we feel
Yeah, hey,
depression.
if you want to go to a show in the future, go to neebsflix.com. There's like a little place to sign up there. That'll get you on the mailing list. We only mail stuff when we're doing a live show, which is
Pretty much.
not too often, but
And we're not planning on doing anything for probably a long time anyway. But yeah.
Don't say long time.
We're gonna-
but
yeah.
A little while, say.
We're
It's
gonna
less harsh.
well, we're definitely gonna do one yearly.
Yeah.
So
for
it's
sure.
Try
one
for-
of you.
yeah. Well, it's okay.
All right.
I'm retired.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Cheers. dude.
Bye, y'all.